Welcome to Basketball Mechanics with Coach Greg. This video is lesson 5 on dribbling mechanics, which covers same hand cross, or what I call a V-dribble. The format of the video has part 1 with instruction and drills mixed together, and part 2 shows a beginner trying the drills. We start practicing the same hand cross dribble by putting our left hand underneath the ball and the right wrist at the 11 or 12 o'clock position, with the palm and fingers on the 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock position on the ball. Make sure the right elbow is below the wrist and almost even with the left hand. Then pull the left hand away and push down and away from the center of your body. You may have to reach or even take a few steps to get control of the ball after it bounces. I tell my students I call this arm position the T-Rex arm, where the wrist is on top of the ball and above their elbow. See, the T-Rex has his wrist above his elbow. You need to emphasize the downward push on these early practice bounces. If you push too much away from your body, you will have to run a far distance to get the ball. The easiest solution to not have to chase after the ball is to have someone catch the ball, but if no one's available, a fence or a wall will suffice. These video clips show how my forearm is resting on top of the ball sideways, or parallel with my shoulders. This forearm position is in contrast to a normal dribble position, where your hand and forearm point out from your chest. This is another new body mechanic for dribbling the ball. It may feel as strange as when you first started dribbling with your left hand, or when you first tried gorilla arms. Drill 1 is to maintain 5 or 10 V-dribbles continuously without losing control. A common error occurs during the inside dribble where students push down and away from the center of the body. The error is to push too wide and not push with enough down force on the ball. The path of the ball follows a V shape, and you do not want your V shape too wide and low. The drill is about making you comfortable with pushing down from the center of your body from this T-Rex arm position. See how my hand is catching the ball on the side and then pushing down and away? Notice my hand turns 180 degrees for each V-dribble. My fingers point away from the side of my body, and then they point to the other side of my body for each dribble. Drill 2, 3 heights. Many of the new drills can be modified by adding a 3 heights version to the drill. Another easy modification to many drills is to look at cones and strategic locations on the court and keep your vision up and off the ball. Waist and knee-high dribbles are common during a game of basketball, but the shoulder-high dribbles are rare, as are ankle-high dribbles. These drills make you comfortable and ready to dribble any type of ball at any height. I don't always show a left-hand version of the video clips, but that sure does not mean you do not have to practice your left hand. As I have said to many students and on these videos, your left hand needs extra practice to catch up to your right hand. Extra reps, extra sets. Play a game of half-court basketball where you favor your left hand to dribble 80 to 90% of the time. Whatever it takes. Drill 3. V-dribble with shifting my weight. By shifting my weight on each cross, I'm able to get the ball much wider on my dribble receives. I could say catch, but catch makes you think of an underhand catch or a two-handed catch, which would immediately end your dribble. So in this V-dribble drill, I have a dribble push down and a dribble receive up, which goes much farther outside my legs than if I did not shift my weight. Drill 4, V cross V. That was only 3 syllables. This is why I began calling it a V-dribble instead of a same-hand cross dribble, which has 4 syllables. I could call the drill same-hand cross, cross, same-hand cross, which has 7 syllables. Coaches usually name plays with 1 or 2 syllables, not 4 to 5 syllables. Anyways, I like this drill because it changes the angle cross needed between a V-dribble versus a regular cross. The drill also uses both the right and the left hand, and I start the drill with 2 V-dribbles into a cross and then 2 V-dribbles again. But once you get more comfortable, you can go 1 V into the cross, 1 V. Drill 5 is just adding a shuffle step on a V-dribble cross out, a simple way to add some foot coordination to be synchronized with the arm motions of dribbling. Drill 6 is adding small steps forward with each dribble as you do a V cross V. This is our first what I call a march, the V cross V march. Edgar starts with practicing right hand T-Rex arm position and pushing the ball down and away from the center of his body. At first, he angles the ball too low. He would never be able to catch that dribble angle. He adjusts, but then he pushes too hard, which would be also difficult to receive and control. The focus of this practice against the fence is to get comfortable with the arm mechanics. Drill 1 will force Edgar to adjust the angles of the V path of the dribble so that he can maintain a V dribble. Right now it's just about practicing the mechanics. After studying the video clips, one minor observation is that Edgar starts with the ball at the center of his chest, but when he begins the dribble push, he moves his left hand across to his right shoulder and the ball is almost outside of his body. Some of this motion is fine, but Edgar's getting near some extreme positions. I would have him try to keep the ball closer to the center of his chest. With drill 1 right hand, Edgar has the T-Rex arm form, but the trouble maintaining a smooth, consistent dribble is the angle and force of the V-path. I would tell him to practice making his V-path more narrow to begin with, and as he gets more comfortable, then widen the V-path. Edgar's left hand is not too bad, but I would have the same suggestion of starting off with a narrower V-path. Then over time, make the V-path wider. I accidentally made Edgar jump from drill 1 to drill 4, but I decided to still show it out of order. I wanted to show that some drills are easier than others, and that easier drills provide practice with form and mechanics that allow more success with more challenging drills. Even though I encourage you to adapt anything in the video as you think best, I did put some pedagogical thought into the order of the drills. Edgar struggled at first, but after some repetitions, he started to get into a basic rhythm. All this despite skipping drills 2 and 3. During drill 2, Edgar sometimes turns the ball after receiving the outside bounce, which is unnecessary. After a while, he stops turning the ball and just keeps his hand pointed out towards the sideline. It's not consistent, but it is progress. Drill 4 again. It takes a little bit of thought and practice for Edgar to figure out the transition from a V-dribble into a cross to his other hand. This shows why I like this drill so much. It combines two dribbling mechanics and forces you to transition between the two constantly. Edgar keeps his positive attitude and keeps on trying. Drill 4, second attempt. Edgar slows down the drill by taking 4 V-dribbles before crossing. Small adjustments like this to a drill can alleviate some frustration, and having some success can be a new source of motivation. Drill 6 is our same V cross V dribble, but with small steps forward with every dribble. During these 2 attempts, Edgar's dribbles get more consistent in height and proper angles to allow for comfortable receives after the bounce. Edgar's feet are too close together on this march, but I do not mention it during the first 2 attempts. He is concentrating enough on improving his V-dribbles and crosses. There is only so much he can focus on. After 3 to 4 attempts, I would tell him to keep his feet wider than his shoulders as he walks up. While you're just starting to learn something, don't overwhelm yourself or others with trying to do everything perfectly all at once. Remember, small steps of improvement should be your path to mastery. Thank you for watching Lesson 5 on V-dribbles in my series on dribbling. We will revisit this mechanic in Lesson 9 with a 45 and a 90-degree V-dribble. But up next is Lesson 6 on behind the back dribbles, specifically the flat back. Lesson 7 is behind the back dribbles, but for wraps. Lesson 8 covers dribbles through the leg. If anything in this video has helped you learn or coach basketball, please like the video and consider subscribing to my channel. Doing this increases the chance that somebody else may see these videos and help them on their journey in learning this sport.